Good morning. It is November 22nd. It's a Wednesday. It is garbage day. So it's probably going to be super noisy. I am wearing a hat because my husband forgot to put out the garbage bins for this morning. And I was like, it's his task. There are many tasks which I'm sure you've seen us do on Vlogmas that we split. But we kind of have things that are always the other person's unless asked. I do all the scheduling for me and the girls, and I manage our schedule. But if I ask, he'll obviously do it, right? But it's I don't know, I guess it's our unspoken, I'm in charge of the girls' schedule. I mostly do the girls' clothes in terms of sorting them, making sure the size is appropriate, all of those things. I'm in charge of presents, all the birthday presents for mostly for everybody. I check in with him. Sometimes he does stuff for his parents and his brothers, but if it's general presents, I'm in charge of them. And this one is his. He's in charge of the garbage bins. I don't know what happened, but anyway, one long story is he forgot to put them out, but they hadn't been picked up yet, so it was fine. And he went outside and he was like, "It is brisk. Good luck out there," because he knows I was going to go running. So I put my hat on to stay warm. This is a hat that my dad made. It is crocheted. It's I can't remember the pattern, but it's the pussy hat from 2016. Was that 2016? Yes, 2016, when there was the March for Your Lives protest, or for Our Lives protest. I did not go because crowds are hard for me with my visual disability, but my dad made me one so I could also virtually participate. So it's great. It's stretchy because he did the ribbed crochet. It's just, I think he knit it as one big rectangle and then just folded it together, but it is very warm and it is acrylic and washable because I'm gonna go run and probably sweat, but that's what I'm wearing today. I couldn't find my messy bun beanie, which is what I prefer to wear when I run because it's basically smushing my hair down on my neck. So my hair is going to be all gross. And I couldn't find my little fleece headband that I usually wear. I think I put it in the laundry because it was smelling funny. But anyway, let's check in. Today Lottie has to go to the dentist and get a cavity filled. I know, she's only 3. We're working on the flossing and all that business, but she has to go. She knows about it. I think it's going to go 10% good. I already talked to her about it, and she's like, "I'm definitely gonna thrash." And I'm like, great. This is gonna be good. So Daniel's staying home so he can watch Eleanor, because I'm like, there ain't no way that I can watch both girls at the same time at the dentist. So Daniel's working from home for the morning so I can take Lottie by myself, and then he's got Eleanor, which she's not ridiculously hard all the time. She gets into stuff, and she'll get mad being strapped in her stroller, so that's not gonna work. Anyway, so that's my big one thing today. I am making pumpkin and apple crumble, not together, pumpkin crumble and apple crumble for Thanksgiving. Chaylee asked that I try and make pumpkin crumble instead of pumpkin pie, which I'm happy to give it a shot, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah, that's it. That's all that's on the docket, because I don't know how well or not well our dentist extravaganza is. Lottie wants to go to the park, so we'll probably go in the park. That's about it. She loves the park. But it's cold. And we live on top of a hill, as you've noticed, and there's no parks up here, so I have to drive to the park. It's not that fun. Let's see. Knitting. Okay. I'm still knitting away on my winter wrap secret test knit, which I'm pretty sure is not a secret anymore. So, because the designer posted pictures, not full-on pictures of it, but posted pictures of it on their stories. So I think it's fine. I still won't show it, but I can talk about it more freely. I am 19 more rows. Well, it's really 38 rows from finishing the chunk that I need to finish to meet the obligation of the test knit. So I'm almost there. I have a whole system on how I get it done. I do 8 rows, then do another project, then another 8 rows, then do another project. it's working mostly good. I finished I finished 2 of my languishing whips. They were sewing projects. You saw them at the end of the last video. So I finished those. I have done the cuffs of my purple and orange socks, which I'm going to donate. And I've noticed that my gauge is really weird with them. Like, my gauge is looser than normal. And I noticed that happened last time when I used similar yarn. Honestly, I think it might be the yarn, which I know a poor craftsman blames her tools, but I actually think it might be the yarn, because the ribbing is fine using the same stitch and the same needles with different yarn. So yeah, so I think I'm just gonna pull it tighter, or maybe do a twisted rib when I use it again. So we'll see how that goes. The purple and orange ones are for donation for Knit the Rainbow. And then I am working on my November sock swaps. They're the Austin socks. Shaylee and I punted and switched the socks. If you're like, those don't look like what they were making, it's because they're not. Both of us weren't really feeling the other one, and we're like, let's do something else. So we're doing the Austin socks by the Crazy Sock Lady as well. It is a free pattern. It's really easy. I like it a lot. Shaylee has finished her first one. I have not. I am still on the leg, but I'm knitting it 2 at a time with my purple and orange socks. So it's slow going, but it's fine. I like mostly knitting 2 at a sock. If I have a sock tube, I like knitting it 2 at a time with a regular sock, because then it feels like it breaks up the amount of grafting that I have to do. So yes. The Indie Gift Along launched yesterday at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, other times and other time zones. And it's been super fun. I should probably do this now because I don't think I'm gonna have time later with how Lottie may be doing. First designer I want to hype up, which I've talked about her before, is Ruth of Orchid House Design and Editing and Design. She's so lovely. I'm in her Discord group and she's so nice. I have tested 3 patterns for her, I believe. Yes. I will try and post pictures if I'm organized enough. I tested the Haycorn socks, the Fortuitous hat, and the school socks. So she's like, you know how I'm doing the no testing thing? Yeah, my exception is unless Ruth has a cute pattern. That's how much, like, she doesn't count in the testing because she's wonderful to work with and her patterns are super cute, and the way she writes them makes sense to me that I don't have to struggle to read them. So you should check out her Ravelry store. She's way more than 25 pounds. She's got a bundle for her patterns that are 25% off for the Indie Design Gift Along. I will link her store below, but definitely check her out. She's great. Her patterns are great. I have more than just what I've tested for her, because as part of like a thank you for testing, she gifts you a pattern. She's got some really cute patterns. I actually can't decide half the time when she's like, it's time for your free pattern. I'm like, but I want like 8. So, but I know I'm gonna keep testing for her. So that's how much I like her stuff, is she doesn't apply to my no testing rule. So please check her out. Also, I realize this, if you don't purchase patterns, or if you're not in a place to purchase patterns, you can still like heart the pattern or like comment on the pattern, and it pushes you up, pushes the designer up in the Ravelry algorithm or whatever. So go heart people's patterns, even if you're not in a place to buy them, or comment. There's a comment section. It like boosts the traffic to the pattern. So kind of like liking on Instagram. It's not as sophisticated as how it works on Instagram, but it's also great. It's also just great to say, hey, I really like your pattern, because, you know, small businesses, actual real people here. Anyway, so go check that out. Our patterns are still on sale as well. I'll link them below. Do I have anything else to say? Oh, yes. My good luck continues. I just won another giveaway from one of the knit-alongs. This is from Chit Chat Knits, which is, I've knit one of her patterns before. I really like it. So we were doing the warm ears make along. I entered, I think, like 2 or 3 hats into it, and we won a prize. I'm not sure what it is yet because I haven't gotten around to watching her podcast episode, so I'm going to do that in a second. But also give her a follow, check out some of her patterns as well. I'm pretty sure that she's also in the indie gift along. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So I'll also link her Ravelry store below. Check out her stuff. It's really cute as well. I knit a hat last year for my brother-in-law for it, and it came out great. So also really easy to follow patterns. I gotta go. I only got 10 minutes left to run because I woke up late today. So you got a 2-for-1 special today. Ruth of Orchard House Editing, and shoot, I don't remember her name, Chit Chat Knits. I will link them both. Check them out. Okay, so here I am with another ridiculous camera angle because I'm pushing the stroller. I know, you're getting an excellent shot of my chin. Actually, my sister has a better chin than me. That's okay. So I'm pushing a different stroller today. It is the Baby Trend Sit and Stand. This stroller I got from one of my colleagues when her children outgrew it, and it's going much better. You can see, oopsies, I can pick you up, kind of, and push the stroller, where it wasn't an option to do that the other time. So I don't even know if they still make this stroller. Her son is like 9, so I think she got it when, and I think her kids are 2 years apart, so the stroller is at least 7 years old, but it's just too big for my car. That's the issue, is it is too big for my car, so even when it's collapsed, it doesn't fit, which is why we got the Mockingbird. But yes, update from today. Dentist did not go so great, so we are booked with the pediatric dentist for the middle of December. We're gonna try that. Try again. Sorry, I got tired. Switch hands. And I'm putting you back down. My arms are tired. Okay, there you go. And then we baked for, oopsies, hit a bump. I know this is good vlogging, really sophisticated. We baked for Thanksgiving. I made apple pie, pumpkin muffins, well, pumpkin crumble muffins, and pumpkin crumble. The pumpkin crumble burned on the bottoms, but Kaylee is being supportive because she requested it, so we'll see how that goes. Pumpkin muffins came out good. The kids really like them, and the apple pie looks not burned, so I think we're good. The plan for the rest of the day is just to kind of hang out, clean up the house, play in the backyard, and we're out on a walk right now, and hopefully I'll get 10,000 steps so I can cast on a new project. I didn't make it yesterday. I only got to 8,000 and I don't know what happened, but that's where we are. I'll sign off now because you keep seeing less and less of my face. Bye. Today was a doozy. Not much reporting done. Hopefully tomorrow is better. It was just the girls needed a lot. Lottie didn't do so great at the dentist. So we were just high needs today in things that we all needed, and it was a tricky one. So not so much vlogging, but that's my husband doing a bunch of dishes. I have a lot of cooking to do today, just a lot going on. So hopefully it'll be better tomorrow. I'll see you all tomorrow. Good morning. It is November 23rd. Happy Thanksgiving for, everyone. You can wish people happy things all the time. Happy Thanksgiving. It is Thanksgiving in the United States today. So typically, I guess, people do a turkey trot in the morning before Thanksgiving, which is usually, I think, a 5K. Or you can do a 10K or half marathon. But I don't participate in official turkey trots because the crowds make me really nervous with my, I have a blind spot because I'm mostly blind in my right eye. So like when everybody's running, they keep popping out of my blind spot and I find it very disconcerting. It's like my sister, when she runs with me, she's faster than me, but like when we're running next to each other, she's always on my left side. So I can see her. So she'll be like, you want me to switch sides? I'm like, yes, please. So, but obviously other people don't know that and don't do that. So I do not do official turkey trots, but the course of the race is out by my where I usually run anyway. So I'm going to go run the turkey trot race about an hour and a half early, because the turkey trot for people at the lake starts at 8:30 and it's only 7 right now. So I'm going to run it soon. I'm going to run it in about 10 minutes, so I don't get in the way of them racing. Yeah, and I'm going to see how fast I can run the 5K. Probably really slow because it's 44 degrees right now, and I am not that fast of a runner in warm time. Like, I run, but I'm not winning any speed races. So anyway, for Thanksgiving we are headed to my parents' house in San Leandro. Let's see, my grandma will be there, uncle, sister is flying in. I think she's on the plane right now, and one of the neighbors will be there. I am in charge of dessert things. Shaylee is in charge of vegetables. Dad does the turkey, Daniel does sweet potatoes, and my grandma does cranberry mold and mashed potatoes, and mom does stuffing and all the other extra stuff. So we actually have a decent division of labor when it comes to making things. I imagine before Shaylee and I were able to cook stuff, it was a lot of stuff to do, but now that Shaylee and I are able to cook and be more helpful, we're doing that. So that's kind of all we're doing today. We're leaving probably for San Leandro around 9:30 and gonna make it there. And then mom just texted asking us to bring a stroller in case we want to do a turkey trot. And I'm like, what? I'm doing one already. But I am hopeful then that I will get my 10,000 steps so I can cast on a new project, which I have not done yet because I keep capping out around like 8,000 or 9,000 every darn day. But that's okay. So I am almost done with that, or at least almost done with a portion of the test knit that I needed to accomplish. I have, I think, like 8-10 more rows this time for real, not pretend like last time. Then I have to transition to the new color and then I'm done. So then I can kind of work on it leisurely when I feel like it. So that's good. I'm trying to extricate myself from all deadlines about knitting and just knit because I wish to. Let me think. I also I'm working on the November sock swaps. I'm through the gusset decreases for my first sock, and I'm on the foot. And I'm also knitting it in tandem or 2 at a time with some socks that I'm donating for the Rainbow Accessories Tribe, hosted by Gary Knits, Gary Rides. So those are kind of like my 3 main projects. My West Knits MCal is in timeout. Not because I don't like it, mostly just because other things that had deadlines popped up on me. So I'm excited to get back to that. I have, when I did Vlogmas in July, I had a system where I do like this project, and this project each day, and I felt like I was making a lot of progress. So I think I'm going to do that again with December and Vlogmas. So I think what it's going to look like is going to be 8 rows on my winter wrap test knit every day, a color of the Stephen West MCal, a square of my Cozy Memories, and then my Advent for that day. So I think I'm going to do 4 projects in rotation until I finish, and then they kind of fall off. I'm going to do my Advent one, I think, every day though, because I don't want to fall behind on my Advent. So I'm going to do that one first. And then the other ones, if I don't make it, I'll just roll it into the next day. So I now have many Advent plans, and I'm really stoked on them. I'll do an Advent prep video. And honestly, my Advent is probably going to last into mid-February, which is perfectly fine with me because it's a lot to cram it all in between the 1st and the 25th of December. So yeah. And I mean, we're Catholic. Historically, you can celebrate the 12 days of Christmas after Christmas, right? Because till the Epiphany on the 6th. And then I'll just keep rolling it through because that's how it's going to go. I think that's everything. this is actually a pretty short chat. Yesterday was kind of rough in general, just lots of stuff. Just, I think the girls were tired of me. I was tired of the girls. Nobody felt like cooperating with each other. It was just like, ugh. And then Eleanor didn't take a nap, so that was not that fun. And then she fell asleep at the dinner table. So that was kind of cute. But also trying to get her ready for bed while she was super sleepy. Not so great, but that's okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna go try and run this turkey trot, which starts at the mouth of the trail, I think. But I'm still about half a mile from the mouth of the trail. So I'm just gonna count this as part of the turkey trot. I do also have to decide what pattern I want to cast on with my next, once I reach 10,000 steps. I have 3 patterns, 4, oh God. Yeah, 4 that I really want to do. Well, that's 40,000 steps. I'm thinking that I'm going to do, if I reach 10,000 steps, I get to cast on a new project. And if in that same day I reach 15,000 steps, I also get to cast on another new project. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So maybe today I'll get to cast on lots and lots of projects, because we're going to do a lot of walking, hustling about. Hopefully I don't leave my phone places. Yeah, so hopefully that's the case. If it isn't, that's okay. I have many, many whips that I'm still working on. I do have a project that I plan to frog and recast on. Does that count as a current whip, or will it count as a new cast on? What do you think? Yeah. If it's already, like, it's on the needles, I'm gonna pull it off the needles and then use the same yarn and the same needles for something else. What do you think about that? I don't know. Comment below. Tell me, is it a new cast on, or is it just a continuation of the current whip? Okay, time to run. It's cold. Want to get moving. Talk to you later. Packing up all my projects to go to my parents' house for half a day for Thanksgiving. I have 3 projects in there. One of them is a shawl. Oh shoot, I need to go get the yarn for it. Jay,
Color in the table.
what you colored so far?
Oh, this whole section is me.
Oh, very nice. I like your blue pumpkin.
Thank you. That's because that's what your daughter handed me.
Oh, and are you doing a blue pie?
Blueberry.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Excuse me, ma'am. You're hogging the marks. Thank you.
Look at this set of markers. It's intense. What you doing, Shay?
Bringing the toy back.
That's the technique.
The most efficient way I could think of.
What if you use both your feet at the same time? That's faster. It's definitely more attractive.